thanks to God for His faithfulness over the years. Looking at my birthday coming up in a week's time, I'm not feeling anything, but what is just coming to my heart is that just give thanks, praise God. For all these years it has been rough, but God has been good. So all that has been coming to my mind is that just give thanks.
What are the lessons that you've learned in the last 50 years?
Well, I've learned a lot of lessons, but most importantly, what had been my watchword since I've started this music career is to be diligent, be hardworking, and be focused. And from over the years, I've learned that being focused and being hardworking has been a positive thing in my life. So I felt that the lessons I've learned is that you remaining focused, you remaining hard work, you will get there one day.
Okay. Talking about music, of course, you've made a huge career out of your music career. What have you been able to do this? Have you been able to sustain not just your music, even your band and the expansion, the growth and all that? How's it been?
Yes, it has not been easy, but as I already said, when you are focused, when you are hardworking, you get there. And most importantly, if you are dealing with band boys, your disciplinary aspects, you yourself must be disciplined so that they will see you and learn some things from you. So discipline is one of our watchword, which I will not compromise on. So and it has been working for me, apart from being focused and being hardworking on the job.
Okay. Tell us how you veered into music. Is it the case that you started from the scratch, or you went into something else and you now ended up in music? How did music start for you?
Okay. For me, music has been from my childhood. It has been from my childhood. My late father, always want us to be in the church, and he want us to be very active in the church. So he just threw us to the choir. And so I started in the choir store as at the age of 8 in the church. So, from the Junior Baptist Church in Gadukoron. Later, I now moved to First Baptist Church, Pearl Street, where I'm still there presently now. So it has been a career from childhood, but I never knew it would be a career. We thought we should just be in the choir and be roving in the church, and that is how I felt. But at a point in my life, what my dad wanted me to do is I should be a medical doctor, and I strive to be, because I am one of the most brilliant boys in my classes from the primary school. So I never have that thing that I will not be a medical doctor. I know that it won't be a problem for me. But as fate will have it, after my secondary school, I had a lot of issues. That is where the rough times came. So I have issues at that point. I eventually, out of frustration, have to go for arts subject, which I landed myself in accountancy. So, and now after my accountancy, after graduating as an accountant from Federal University of Technology, Akure. Okay. So after that, I started working with Flower Mills, Apapa, then to MTN. It was at that MTN. At that point, myself and Omotosho, we met ourselves at Ife when I did my OND. So we met, and after graduating back to my church, I now found out that Omotosho is now the organist of my church. Omotosho read music at Obafemi Awolowo University. So I just came to the church. After sometimes, maybe I just decided, okay, let me go back to the choir store. On getting to the church, I just met Omotosho as the organist. I said, how come? That's where we started. He now said that, okay, at the point we should form a small group. And I said, forming a small group. He said, yes, let us just be doing something to assist people who are doing birthdays, who are doing something in the church to perform for them. And I said, well, because of the love of music, I didn't hesitate. So we started. That was how we started the band as a one-man band group.
Okay.
That should be around, if I count back, it should be around 27, 25 years now ago. So I think we started at that point as a one-man band group, and gradually we started going out. We thought it's going to be something we should just be doing to complement our job. But at the point, we found out that, okay, the more we go out, the more people love listening to our music. And we started developing more, practicing more, doing some things, putting in some other instruments. We now from 4-man to 6, from 6 to 8, from 8 to 10. Now today we are 12 on stage, between 11 and 12 on stage. And I can say that all through these years, it has been hard work. So my coming to music is destined. I can say it's destined, because I never knew that I would be a musician. I'm a very shy person. I don't even want to face people. I don't imagine myself standing in front of people. So I feel that I'm destined to be a musician.
But how did you not conquer that shyness? How did you? Because now you can't still see you're shy. What did you do to conquer that shyness?
Well, there's an adage that says practice makes perfect. When I started, it was rough. I remember my first performance as the lead vocalist. I performed at a burial. So after the performance, I now asked for the cassette. We are still using the cassette at that time. I now asked for the cassette. I went back home. When I listened to that performance, I said, no, I will not sing again. This is bad. How will I be singing like this? But when I met Motosho, I said, listen to what I sang. He listened to it, he said, AYO, no, you continue. He encouraged me. He's a good encourager. He encouraged me, and I said, okay. The next party I performed, the next one, and gradually I started conquering all this shyness, conquering all this. There are some words I cannot call. I have some lapses in those areas. I now started practicing. I now started practicing on those things, and before I knew it, I don't even know the day I didn't remember that again. I just noticed that, well, it has been God that has been working, and it's not me. So that is how those areas have been conquered.
How did you come up with the name Faith Band?
The name Faith Band came out of inspiration. Myself and Omotosho, we were going back home from choir practice one evening from First Baptist Church. So when we got to Obalende, we are both living at AJEKIGBE Coast Housing then. When we got to Obalende, on that bridge, we were just thinking that, okay, let us pass through the bridge and we go down and enter through the barracks. So he just called me on, he just alerted me on that bridge and come, AYO, we are going to be calling our group Faith. I said Faith. What do you mean by faith? Now said that thing just came to his head that we should just take the name Faith. I said, okay, he said I should go and pray about it. I said, okay. As at that time, my prayer life was still seven. He said I should go and pray. Okay, God, I will pray tonight. So the next day when we met, he said, Alpha, did you try to perceive anything about that name? I said, that's Sunday. Whatever name you have chosen, I believe it is God's design. You didn't call me about this day before yesterday. You just said we should be calling it faith. Okay, let us work on it. Let us develop it. And I said, okay, why is that faith? He said, yes. He believed that the band will go places, and it's going to be rough. And he said that, but by faith, kingdoms were subdued. Hold on to that word, and you'll see that we'll get there.
Let's talk about Faith Music Band today. It's a big band, because I know that everywhere you go to, you're the first band of choice for most celebrities. And how do you cope with the demand and the request for Faith Band to perform?
Yeah, well, when you said big Faith Band is a big band today, me, I'm still looking at Faith Band as still a baby. I believe that we are still working. God is still working on us. We are not there yet. But I believe that with time, God will lead us there. Well, from the little we have today, people really, they always sought for us. They said they want us to perform. At the time, I will be in dilemma. At the time, I will have gotten a booking, and another big booking will now comes. Is a big decision to take at that point. But I always have one thing in my mind, that God, you are the one that led me to this job. I will not have any problem on this job. Lord, any job that is not my own, just don't let that person call again. Let the one that will be for me, that will give me peace of mind, let it come to me. Yes, sometimes I will have to take a decision, a very difficult decision. But I always ask God for his leading. God, I always want relationship. It's not, everything is not money. Everything is not go for the highest bidder. No, there are some people that are not even looking as if they have money, but they have people that they can connect you to. So all I always, at that point, when I'm at that point, I always seek God's divine guidance, that Lord, before I wake up the next day, please talk to me. And so far, God has not been disappointing. It has been good. I can say that at least I'm not a perfect person, but in terms of relationship with customers, I can give myself a good, not very good, not excellent, but a good mark. I think I will pass myself on that, because I know that I have good relationship with my customers, and at the point they know that I'm always in this problem. When I tell them that, okay, somebody has booked me, this, okay, give me your other band, we can do with your other band. I always know people that always encourage me on that. But some people, they will say, no, faith is faith. Anything apart from AYO is not faith, so they cannot go. I said, okay, no problem, next time I will work for you. So it has not been a very easy decision to take, but at least with God's guidance, I'm able to skate through.
So how many bands constitute Faith Band now?
Today we have about 45 members now.
Okay.
And the 45 members can be divided to 3 groups successfully, and they perform.
And each time you go out to perform, what comes to mind? What message do you try to pass across to the guests that will be at the event and all that?
Yes, I have different kinds of customers. We have Christian, we have Muslims, we have other people too. And I must perform. But one thing that's always there at the back of my mind, that AYO, whenever you start your performance, start with God. Whenever you want to end your performance, end with God. In any place I'm performing, all my customers, they know that whenever we want to start, we always start with God and we always end with God. And so even if I'm performing for non-Christian or a non-Muslim, I have a lot of Muslims customers. So that is why throughout the year we won't be at rest. At Christian fasting, the Muslim will have events. At Muslim fasting period, the Christians will have events. So but we try as much as possible in our practice, in our rehearsals. We make sure that we perfect all the areas that we know that we are very weak. We know our weakest areas, and that is where we put a lot of strength, a lot of rehearsals too. So when we are performing for a Muslim, you think I'm a born Muslim. But to God be the glory. The most important thing is that I always try as much people to pass the message that I believe in to people. At the end of the day, they will always know that this boy is a child of God.